Hello, Shakira. How are you doing? This is Mr. Baidoo, your math teacher. I hope you are fine and staying safe. Yes, we are going to begin our online live chat sessions. And to start with, the first topic is numbers in junior high school. So we are going to start with numbers. And under numbers, we are going to look at square roots. Square roots. Good. So just take a breather, breathe in and breathe out. Now, square roots. To talk about square roots, we need to know the symbol for square roots. And this is the symbol. This is how it is written. Or like this. Any of them is correct. Like this again. Or like this. They are all correct. Alright. So, we are going to begin our lesson. Therefore, if you have been asked to find the square root of, let's say, 81, what this means is that you need to find two numbers that are the same numbers multiplied to get 81. I repeat it again. What it means is that you need two same numbers multiplying to get 81. So I believe your guess is as good as mine, and that will be, let's say, 9 times 9, and that gives me what? 81. So it means that the square root of 81 is equals to 9. As simple as that. So the square root of 81 is 9. So we move on. Let's try some more examples. Now, we can look at, let's start with 4, the square root of 4. It means we look at a number that multiplies itself and gives you 4, and that is 2. So the square root of 4 is 2. Let's go to 9. A number that multiplies itself to get 9, and that number is 3. 3 times 3. So the square root of 9 is 3. Then let's go to 16. And your guess is as good as mine, 4. That is 4 times 4. Then let's go to 25. And that will give you what? 5. And it goes on and on and on and on. Now, let's assume we have been given 625 to find the square root of 625. This is quite big. Alright? This is quite big. So we do what we call, you do your try. You try the multiples. From 12, move on to 13, 14, that is 13 times 13, 14 times 14, 15 times 15, 16 times 16. Move on like that. You will see 625. And that will be 25 times 25. So the square root of 625 is 25. Okay? So you move on like that. So try 13 times 13 and see the results. Okay? 14 times 14 and see the results. So those numbers will help you to identify the square roots of the said numbers. For example, let's move on to how we can do what I've just said. If I take 13 times 13, what will be the result? 13 times 3 is 39. 9 under 3. 13 times 1 is 13 plus 3, 169. Okay? So this means that the square root of 169 is what? 13. This is what I meant. Okay? So you can do the same thing for 14. So if you multiply 14 times 14, it gives you a certain number. 14 4 is 56. 6 remember 5. 14 1 4. 14 plus 5. will give you what? 19. So 196. So the square root of 196 is what? 14. And you can do that up to the 25 I just mentioned. Okay? So let's look at it. This is just the beginning of it. Alright? So practice up to 25 and you'll be able to tell the square roots. Now let's move on to something else. Let's move on to fractions. Fractions. Square root of fractions. So square root of fractions. It is not difficult. Just pay attention. Now, let's say every fraction has a numerator and a denominator. So we have A over B. That's a fraction. Okay? So if you want to find the fraction of this, you want to find the square root of this fraction, we'll do it like this. A over B. Okay? Or A over B. So this is the square root of a fraction. This is how we write the square root of a fraction. A fraction has a numerator and a denominator. Alright? So let's move on to some more practical work. So let's say you have been given, find the square root of 25 over 49. You're supposed to find the square root of this. It is not difficult at all. First of all, write your square root again, a bigger one. So 25 over 49. Right. So what this means is that we are going to get the square root of 25 divided by the square root of what? 49. So what is the square root of 25? I think you know that is going to be 5 over, what is the square root of 49? And that is 7. So the square root of 25 over 49 is 5 over 7. Then you are done. As simple as that. Let's take some more examples. Let's say the square root of 4 over 16. So this will give you the square root of 4 divided by the square root of 16. So what is the square root of 4? 2. The square root of 16? 4. So you are done. So the square root of 4 over 16 is 2 over 4. You can try your hands on many examples. Now, before we move on, let's look at where we have a mixed fraction or a mixed number. A mixed number. Let's say you have this. One whole number, 9 over 16. You are supposed to find the square root of one whole number, 9 over 16. The first thing to do is to change it to improper. And I hope you know that you recall when you were in class 6, the earlier days of class 6. So 16 times 1 is 16 plus 9, 25. So you have 25 over 16. This is an improper fraction. You have changed a mixed number or mixed fraction to an improper fraction. Then the next stage is you are going to find the square root of 25 divided by the square root of 16, which you know already. That's what we did from the beginning. So this one will give you 5, and then this one will give you 4. Then you are done. So the square root of one whole number, 9 over 16, is equals to 5 over 4. Very, very simple. Let's move on. Let's try some more examples. Let's take, for instance, 1, the square root of one whole number, 7 over 9. So this one, you change it to improper fraction again. 919 plus 7, 16 over 9. You have changed nothing. It's just trying to change the mixed number or mixed fraction to an improper fraction before you can solve the square root. So here, you know you are going to get 16, the square root of 16 divided by the square root of what? 9. And that gives me, the square root of 16 is what? 4. And 9 is what? 3. Then you are done. Okay? Right. So, all that I want to say is that this is very, very simple. Try your hands on as many questions as you can. I've attached to your WhatsApp page the notes and exercises. If you cannot read anything, refer to the video as many times. Listen to the video, watch it carefully, and you understand the concept. And you try the exercise that I have given over there. All right? Yes. Don't be scared with the numbers you see. For example, if you see a number like this, if I give you one whole number, 15 over 49, don't be scared. Just change it. 49 times 1, 49, plus 15 is 64. So you get 64 over 49. As simple as that. Don't be scared with the numbers. So this gives us the square root of 64 over the square root of what? 49. What's the square root of 64? 8 times 8, so 8. 49, 7 times 7, so 7. Then you are done. As simple as that. Okay? So we'll end today's lesson here. Try your hands on the questions that I've given you in your notes and exercise, and then post it back to me for me to mark, and then we continue from there. Stay safe and be happy. Thank you. See you again.